Hello everybody, Arabic Witch here. I decided to go live in this bitch because I wanted to talk about love spells. So, what I wanted to discuss is the science of love spells. Love spells use energy as well as spirit to put thoughts in people's heads, to kind of work their, well, I guess it would be working their free will. Hey, Rowan. Hey, Boo. Oh, we should do a live chat tonight. You could do your haul. Are you down after work, after I get out of work? So, love spells. All right, so how about around 11-ish? 11:30, because probably you know me closer to 12, because by the time I get home and everything else. Okay, perfect. So, love spells use energy to put thoughts in people's heads, to make them have dreams, to the type of love workings that I do. And BK Sapphire. Oh, thank you, girl. It's fucking 58 degrees right now in Connecticut. Can you believe that shit? And it's July, but whatever. So it's cold. So I was like, I felt like. Oh, me too, Ron. I love to do dream invasion spells. Well, that's when I do love spells. That's mainly what I'm doing, and I don't just take any clients, okay? Like, I don't take the clients that are just trying to make somebody fall in love with them that wouldn't ordinarily be. I don't take those clients. I refer them elsewhere. Because I, like to work on people who already have relationships, marriages, long-term relationships that are having problems that need to be fixed. I'm not trying to completely fuck up somebody's free will. Because hey, Vanny, when you're already in a relationship, whether it be sexual or, monogamous, like relationship, a marriage, when you're engaged, that person has feelings for you already. So whether they're at that particular moment, like not, feeling it, or whatever the case is, the feelings were there. So you're not completely fucking with somebody's free will. Hey, it's Joey. How you doing, boo? Thank you for joining. Hey, Chantel. So yeah, so I won't take clients that are like, oh, I've been stalking this guy for years and he never fucking looks my way. And no, I don't deal with that shit. But like, I love helping marriages and relationships work out. That to me, people consider it dark magic. Call it whatever the fuck you want. I mean, when I'm doing a spell, I'm just enhancing the feelings that are already there. So really, and I always make an addendum, so it doesn't backfire, okay? Because people, and that's why I don't take clients like that, because when you're completely manipulating somebody's free will, those type of spells backfire. It'll work for a little while, but then backfires. So I add an addendum in my love spells where it's like I tell the universe and spirit if it's true. So I'm not going to have, somebody in a fake kind of fucking love, because that shit ain't gonna last. So, now, it's a perfect science of manipulating energy and psychology, okay? You can't do one without the other, in my opinion. Just like in a money spell, you have to do what you have to do in the physical world to make the money. You can't do a fucking love spell and then sit in your house and expect money to come fucking flying through the window. It's not gonna work like that. You gotta go work. You got to hustle or play the fucking lotto. You gotta do something to bring the money in. Rowan says, that he'll make them sweeter to him, communication sweeter, in order to hopefully get a little extra push into hopefully creating a relationship. But I'll never try and make them love me. No. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. That's totally different. If there's like some kind of a already connection, fine. But like, I'm talking about there's some crazy people in this fucking world. So, but anyway, it's psychology. You have to use psychology in a love spell, because really there's really nothing else you can do in the physical to make it happen other than use your psychology. Which means don't go fucking starting a fight. Don't go fucking blowing up their phones with text messages. Don't go fucking snooping through their shit, pretending to be other people and fucking going up in their DMs, and then they find out about it, and now back to square fucking one. That shit's aggravating as fuck, okay? Back the fuck up and let the magic work. That's it. That's all you have to do. Somebody can't miss you and obsess over you and want you back if they know you're all up in their phone all day, every motherfucking day. Oh, why would I call this bitch? She's calling me. I don't even get a chance to call her. I wake up and my phone's got about 11 text messages in it. The Intranquil Spirit Spell. Please elaborate. Hey, Maris. Oh, hey, Florida. What part? I'm from Florida, boo. I'm from a little town called Spring Hill, Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. What about people that they meet online through relationship app that haven't met in person but have been talking? Yeah, yes, right. That counts as having some kind of relationship connection with that person. Okay? I'm not gonna fucking, like, if that was the case, then anybody could have any fucking celebrity that they want. I mean, it doesn't fucking work like that. I'm not God, you know what I'm saying? Or a goddess. Like, yeah, if there's some connection, it has to be an energetic flow between you and that person. It can't just be this person just totally just doesn't know you fucking exist, and unless you make that effort. But even still, that's completely, to me, crossing a line. So that's why I won't take clients. That's fine. If there's a spiritual, there has to be an energetic connection between you and the other person. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Like, and not to mention, it just doesn't make no sense. Orlando. Oh, my boo is from Orlando. I'm actually gonna be in Orlando. I think September or October. I'll let you know for sure. Basically calling all earthbound wandering spirits to basically torment your lover into coming back to you. It's really badass, but I would never do that. And yes, okay, so now that you explained to me what it is, yes, I know. I didn't know the name for it, but yes. And I've had people come to me asking me. I don't do shit like that. Like, I don't fucking, no. Shit like that will just backfire. I mean, right? That is pretty interesting. But no, I mean, and so, like I was saying before, it's there has to be an energetic link between the two people. It can't just be like you fucking want to be with Antonio fucking Iglesias and you stalk his life and you want me to make him fall in love with you. That shit's not gonna fucking happen. But, and then as far as the relationships that, you know, my clients that listen to me, they get what they want with the quickness, with the fucking quickness. Like, I surprise myself, okay? But the ones that don't listen to me, the spell starts to work, right? And everything is good, and the spell's working, then they fuck something else again. Like, you can't be a nagging, fucking crying, fucking whining, fucking stalking ass bitch, and then expect you not fuck up their relationship. Yeah, I can bind the motherfucker. That means he'll always come back to you, he or she, but it doesn't mean that they can't leave and then come back to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you'll have a dickhead always come back to you. If that's what you want. it's not going to change the whole person and their personality. But, yeah, you know, us as witches, it's our job to bring you together. It's up to you. Stalk silently, Rowan says, stalk silently, yes, or nobody will fucking know you're stalking, yes. Perfect, yes. You could stalk in silence, but you know what? I even recommend my clients don't do that. Like, I recommend that they block all the social media for a little while, at least for a no contact period. There has to be, it's a fine line, it's a science. And I work with my clients on that part because I happen to be good at manipulating energy and manipulating men and women. If I was a lesbian, I'd be good at manipulating women too. But, or even if I was a straight dude. I mean, it's just psychology. But you just, you know, that's part of it. That's, if you want a love spell to work, just like with money spells, if you want the money spell to work, you have to do something to get the money. In love spells, you have to do something, you have to do this, it's a psychological fucking war. And you're either going to win. And even I find the clients that don't listen to me, that are pains in my asses, that have to keep working their shit over and over and over and over and over and over, eventually they end up getting what they want, but it's so much more fucking difficult. Just listen to me, or I'll drop your ass with the quickness. Send you your fucking money back. I don't give a fuck. Half of it. I'll send you half of it. Maybe. If I feel like it. If I didn't fucking put hours worth of work into it. Is there a get balls deep in Arabic girl spell? You're a fuck. Wow. That's fresh. Who the fuck is this? And how do I block him? No, nope, there's not. No, sorry, I don't have that kind of spell. No. Why are you here fucking with me, buddy? None of your business, lad. Why are you in here fucking with me? Did I ask you to come in here and fuck with me? There is a make a fucking douchebag that comes in my chat room and fucks with me, make his dick fall off spell. There's that kind of spell. Oh. Is there any that allows me to get your number? Well, if you would have came at me like that in the beginning, instead of talking about getting balls deep, then perhaps, but being that you started with the, the whole balls deep scenario. Hi, Tracy. You're being sincere. Well, you know, I'm a lady. So anyway, let me get to my point. So yeah, you guys have to do what you have to do. How do I... Hold on. Let me figure something out real quick. There we go. Block. I blocked him. Okay, so what a lowlife. He or she, because it's probably a woman that has nothing better to do. No, I think it was a dude, to be honest. But good move, Curly. Yeah, I was like trying to distract him a little bit so I could block his ass. But said, is there a spell to get my number? Well, if I was single, buddy, and you would have came at me like a human being and maybe had a little bit of game, maybe, but you want to come at me with the balls deep and then ask for my phone number? That's interesting. So anyway, back to what the fuck I was saying before this creep came and annoyed my life. So yes, you guys, just fucking don't drive yourselves crazy. Keep yourselves busy. Discover yourself. Hang out with friends. Do things like that. You know, and it will happen. I promise you. I have this young client. I'm not going to say her name. She's really young. And she's like 18. And had I really known she was that young before I took her, I wouldn't have took her because you're young at that age. But, you know, she didn't want anything serious like a binding or anything. She just wanted her and her boyfriend to get back together for the summer, basically. So I helped her, and she's already seeing results. And why? Because she listens to me. Can you imagine that the 18-year-old girl listens to me better than the grown-ass women? But what can you do? Rowan says he likes to use my cologne and spells like this. Oh, very nice. When they smell it somewhere, or if I go near them, they're like, ooh, I know that smell. Magic plus psychology. Yes, and psychology is a part of magic. Dream spells, communication spells, you know, all that. It's dealing with psychology. So if you're not doing your part to that end, then it's not going to be as effective. Tracy, email me. ArabicWitch33@gmail.com. Yes, email me, girl. Email me. So, what do you guys like to do for love spells? And do you guys agree with me? I mean, do you see the logic in what I'm telling you? Or do I sound like I don't make sense? Because to me it makes perfect sense, but I guess not to everybody. I'm scared to do my own. I'm new to this and I think I would fuck some shit up. You have to be careful. Rowan likes to do sugar jar love spells. Those are my favorite. Before you do any love spells, you think it through. Yes, you have to. It's the same as my YouTube name, Tracy. It's ArabicWitch33@gmail.com. So, yes, you have to think it through. And that's why, like, if you do cast your own spell or go to somebody to cast your spell, you have to make sure that they're going to put implements in the spell, or you put implements in the spell, and include words like, if it is true. Otherwise, you're going to get some bullshit ass relationship that isn't true. You're just manipulating their minds, but they're not, you know. But generally, if you're already in a relationship with someone, or you're already dating or talking or something, and there's a problem, then really the connection is still there. Right. Wasted. What? It's a waste of time otherwise. So. To be honest, Kirby, I don't, everything I've learned was inherited to me. Like, I never, and you'll see in other my videos, I never actually, and maybe I shouldn't tell you guys this, and if you guys think I'm less of a witch because of this, then I don't really give a fuck, because I know how good I am, but, and my clients know how good I am. Anybody I've ever, Rowan knows how good I am. Anybody who's done a spell with me, or I've done a spell for, knows how fucking good I am. But I've learned, seriously, by a little voice in my head telling me what to do. Like with herbs and stuff like that. Well, first of all, I watched my grandmother a lot when I was young. And then, just, like, I would go to do a spell, and all, like, I would just think of all the things that I could use and do. And all my spells I write myself, so I really can't. But Rowan could probably recommend you some good books. And Wikipedia, and herb magic, herb magic, MAGICK. Google that, and you'll see. Wikipedia is really good with, like, different herbs and what their correspondences are, and I find that they're right. Aya knows who. Aya, am I saying your name right? Please correct me. Like, spell it phonetically for me so I know. But it's really pretty accurate with all the herbs and correspondences. Exactly, BK Sapphire. You just go with what feels right. You know, they will let you know. I always tell this story, like, when I was young, when I was little, like 13, maybe even younger. The first time I actually, you know, did spells and everything, I was blowing the candles out, right? And then all of a sudden, like, some cartoon came on. It was a witchy cartoon. I forget what it was. It was back in the day. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen anything of it since then. And it was one witch telling another witch not to blow out the candle. That it was just bad. Oh, thank you, Aqua Witch. Thank you, Boo. It's 13 for a lot of people, but yeah, a lot of witches started practicing at 13, which is crazy. But yeah, so they made sure I knew not to blow out. Ever since then, that's how I knew, from a fucking cartoon. It's like they put things in my path for me to figure it out. You're welcome. Sorry, Kirby. I wish I could be more of help when it comes to that, but I didn't learn that way, so it's kind of hard for me to give you a good, reference. So, anywho, y'all. So tonight, me and Rowan are going to have a chat. So I want you guys to join us if you can. It'll be about midnight if you guys aren't busy or sleeping. Aya says my mom started at 13, but she stopped at 13, so I never learned nothing from her. She was too scared. Hey, chick, dropping in from work. Hey, Amethyst Creole Dove, how you doing? Oh, all my favorites. All my favorites always come join me in chat. I love that. But, yeah, midnight East Coast. Yep. East Coast. I forgot what the F I was going to say. Today would be a perfect day not to go to work because it's like rainy and cold. And can you believe it's fucking cold in Connecticut right now? Like, it's July. Why is it like 58 degrees? I have no idea. I'm a Florida girl. I'm not used to this shit. Where's my Florida girl? She knows what time it is. Maris, where are you at? You know, it is not. It's probably about 100 degrees in Florida right now, which I don't necessarily miss, but... Oh, you guys are storming down there too. Did you guys hear about Hawaii or some shit? That Hawaii, like, if this storm... Did it already happen? I don't know. I heard a few days ago that there's a storm that's, like, headed towards Hawaii, and if it hits Hawaii, like, it's gonna cause, like, great devastation. Like, it's gonna wipe out the whole fucking state. Did you guys hear about that? My grandmother told me about it, so I don't know. But she's pretty into the news. My grandmother on my mother's side. Did anybody else hear about Hawaii? Hopefully that's not the case, but I send them love and light. I hope, yeah, check it out. I should have Googled that shit, but Google is your best friend, I think. Honestly, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're lying if they don't say if they say they don't use fucking Google in their practice, they're fucking lying. Google is your best friend. Not everything on, the internet is true, but there's reputable sites out there. And if you look at several different links and they all say the same shit, the same correspondence for, say, clove, for example, you know that that's, correct. Rowan said, girl, I saw my first spirit in New Orleans. Shocked the shit out of me. Oh, elaborate. Google is my bitch. We go way back. Girl, my mind's like Google sometimes. I know I smoke weed and I got the worst short-term memory. Like, I'll be talking and I'll forget what the fuck I'm talking about, like, mid-sentence. But I can remember some shit that happened, like, 11 years ago in kindergarten and shit like that. I'll remember that shit in a second. Like people can't lie around me. Like, because I'll remember that shit for years down the line. Like, they can't lie about something, like, and then tell me something different later, even if it's years later. Because I'd be like, wait, didn't you say? Google is great, but there are some things you honestly can't find. That's true. Like the black cumin seeds. I mean, it's hard to get good information on that on Google. And like, you know, Middle Eastern based magic is very hard to find on Google because they don't share it. It's secret. He walked across the floor in front of my bed. I woke up, sat up, and looked at him. Once he saw me staring at him, he stopped and looked at me. I just turned over and went back to sleep. You're like, he didn't fuck with you? What did he look like? I really don't want to go to work today. Let me not say that shit. Last time I said that shit to you guys on video, it was when all that shit happened with my job. I don't know if you guys probably don't know, a lot of you, but when I first started this channel, I, you know, went through a little bit of a problem. But this was like back in March. My job actually laid me off for like 3 weeks because of my background check. Long story short, I was hired on by a temp agency, and then when they went to put me on perm, they did another background check and saw I have a bit of a background, but none of them were convictions. They were all, even though I did go to jail for a month, it was expunged off my record. I mean, it was never even, it was adjudicated withheld. So adjudication withheld means it was never even on my record. So anyway, I had to prove all that. But they pretty much laid me off in the interim. And other employees that have had the same thing happen to, because it's something that happens quite often in my company, they never come back. So, you know, I was doing spell work after spell work after spell work on camera. But before this happened, I was doing a video about the binding, the Trump binding situation. And I said, I don't want to go to work today. And that's the day they actually called me before I even got there and told me not to come in. And I didn't go back for 3 weeks. So that's how powerful your words are. So you got to really be careful. That was the whole point to the story. You have to be careful what the fuck you say. But I worked the hell out of my magic to get my job back. And guess what? I was back to work 3 weeks later. What part of the Middle East am I from? I'm actually Palestinian and Lebanese. But I was born in New York. But I lived overseas. I lived overseas when I was a kid, and then I lived overseas, well, a small child, and then I lived over there again from 16 to 17. But yeah, my father's side of the family is from Nazareth, Jerusalem, and Bethlehem. My mother's side is from the West Bank and Jerusalem. And my father's mom was Lebanese, so that's where the quarter Lebanese comes from. You're looking for a job. Only problem is that I have no idea what I want to do with my life. I'm at a crossroads. Well, honey, you're young. I mean, you're 18 years old. You have your whole life to figure that out. I mean, not too long, but you have a few years for sure. Thank you, sweet Susie. Lebanese women are gorgeous. Thanks. But yeah, Rowan, you don't have to worry about that right now. You got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Just get some job at Taco Bell or something right now. You're so young, it doesn't even matter. You just get a little summer job. Finish college. That's your main focus. Finish college so you're not, you know, struggling or whatever the case is. Or if you don't want to finish, because school's not for everybody. You know, think about it. I think school is for you, for sure. But, I mean, for those who it's not for, they don't need to panic because you could always... My uncle's a millionaire. My uncle, the one I rent this apartment from, he's a millionaire, and he didn't finish school. He didn't even finish high school. So, but that, you know, that doesn't happen for everybody. You got to be motivated. And, you know, it helps when you're a witch. Because the spirit world, if you build relationships with them, like, look, I told you, I hook up and this is why they take care of me and my people, whoever I do work for. See, I got some watermelon, and some cookies and some mahshi. That's an Arabic food. I got my hecate. I got her some wine and some. See, this whole bottle's for her. She drinks. I gotta show you. Look at this cup. You can see. You see where the lines. It was all the way up to here, y'all. I swear to you. She chugs the hell out of some wine. She drinks the hell out of some wine. My goodness. You gotta take care of your ancestors. You gotta take care of your spirit guides. You gotta take care. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, whatever it is you can do, but the more you build these relationships with them, the more powerful your magic's gonna be. You know? It just goes without saying. If you build the relationships, they get your back. There's times where they know something's gonna happen, and they nip that shit in the bud before I even know what's going on. Like, it's like they're just sitting there, like, just waiting, like, do something. Like, they're just waiting for somebody to fuck with me or do something. And, like, my enemies, like I told you guys before, I haven't had to hex somebody since 13. I did it one time, fucked this poor kid up so bad that I never did it again. He was picking on me, though, and I didn't know better. I was young, and he made my life hell in school. I mean, every fucking day. I mean, I was young, and I didn't think about it like I do now. Like, oh, he probably had a crush on me. And it turned out, years later, he fell in love with me, which is a funny story. But, yeah. But my enemies tend to have bad shit happen to them on their own without me doing shit. So, that's what it can be, like, for everybody. They will get your back. Everybody's got their own little spiritual army. Rowan says, I'm young and cute and can find a sugar daddy, no problem. Boy, bye. You are young and cute, but boy, bye. You do not want to rely upon no damn man. I know you did not mean that, because you don't rely upon nobody. I know you like them older, fresh. You're so fresh. But, yeah, exactly. Just work too. BK, girl, I can't with you. Y'all are too much. True. I mean, if you were going to be in a sugar daddy situation, that would be the smart way to do it. All right, Amethyst. Your doggone feet. I hate that. But come join us later, hopefully. Love you, boom. Where is it, Joey? If he's still watching, I love your videos. They're so... You guys, I need to get me... Does anybody have any recommendations for, like, a good camera? Because this phone, it doesn't really make good quality videos, and I've been getting, you know, more subs, and I think I want to give you guys more quality videos, because look at this camera. I mean, it doesn't even, like... It just doesn't. I don't know. The lighting's not good. Anybody got any recommendations? I don't have a shit ton of money to be spending on a camera. I mean, granted, my financial situation is Oh, my God. Rowan. Speaking of which, so the turkey thing definitely meant abundance, because my Amazon business is popping. You know, just everything is popping for me, especially Amazon. Oh, you guys. I forgot to tell you. I got way more herbs. Okay, so I got some juniper berry, and I got vervain, I got angelica root, I got rosebud, I got mugwort, eyebright, pretty much everything I have. So if you guys need any herbs, hit me up. I will hook you up with a great deal. So that was angelica root, rosebud, juniper berry, mugwort, vervain, eyebright, and I can't remember the rest. I just got the shipment and it's in my box. I gotta look at it. So if you guys need anything, hit me up. But yeah, so money spells work, y'all. A great thing that I do every day is I burn a hot coal. I open a window and I open a door and I burn some of my prosperity powder, which you guys can mix cinnamon. I use bayberry powder. I love bayberry for prosperity. But if you don't have that, just cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg. You could just burn some pumpkin pie or apple pie spice. Apple pie spice and pumpkin pie spice in itself is a prosperity powder. It's pretty much, you can buy prosperity powder as otherwise known as apple pie spice or pumpkin. It's a perfect mixture of all good prosperity herbs. Burn that and just call prosperity in. Tell it to come into your home. Anytime you sage your home or cleanse your home, you want to replace it. You want to replace the energy, or if you do a cleansing, like you want to sweeten things up again. You want to replace the money flow, the love, because when you cleanse it, you don't want something negative to come in and take its place, so you want to promote the positive energy, whatever that may be. You could do love, you could do money, you could do both, whatever. You could do peace. Do I ship to the UK? I haven't yet, but let me find out how much it would cost me to do that, and then I'll let you know if it's worth it, because I wouldn't charge you more than what I would pay for shipping, but if it would be too much, I never shipped overseas, I'll be honest, but I would for you guys. Let me get back to you on that. A rose of Jericho placed on a prosperity altar is good too. And then taking the water from it and then sprinkling it around the house. Hey Noah, how are you? I'm loving your videos. You're welcome, boo. So BK Sapphire asks if we have different altars. Oh, I will, Rowan. Oh, I love postcards. Thank you. Oh, I know. I'm about to go to work or get ready for work. What time is it? Oh, it's only 1:50. I'm starting to hate working nights. But soon, if my Amazon keeps popping like this, plus I've been getting a lot of clients, I'll be straight. But I don't want to take on too many clients at a time. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to them. I'm not going to take on more clients than I can handle, because I want to give the proper time and energy to each one, So I think I'm going to have to do cutoff for the next 2 weeks, not take any more clients, or at least the next week. I've been doing good. Just, working and hustling with my Amazon thing, and, I've been selling my herbs on that. And then I've been getting clients. My girl Vagabond Moon has been hooking me up and sending me lead referrals and stuff. So it's been really good. I'm only still in this apartment because I'm stacking my money right now. I have a good savings account stacked up right now. It's cheap. But soon, I'm thinking by the end of this year, y'all are gonna see me. And not a big house, because I've never been one to have big, huge house. First of all, it's too much shit to clean. I'd rather just have a nice, medium-sized, smaller house, that's not too big to clean, but just perfect, with the yard for my dog. My dog has a yard now, actually, but, so yeah, but soon you guys are going to see me. I'm going to own my own house again, watch. Mark my word on that. You will see me own another house within the next, I would say, at the most, owning it, probably, I give it 2 years. 2 years. I will own my own home again. Maybe less. Reasonable. You gotta be reasonable. Roman, I will send you readings, boo, because I don't know. Like, I do them. I'm kind of like up in the air, but I've been doing them, but it's like, you know, I think I'm just gonna stick to doing them for my friends and family, just because, I don't know, it's too much energetic work. Like, I think you got to pick one or the other. To me, I don't know. A lot of witches do both, but for me, I don't know. You got it, boo. Should do a prosperity one and keep one for my deity separate? Oh, for your altars. Yeah, I do. If you can. If you can, BK. If you can have two separate. What I do, because I have a small space. I mean, I have my. Like, Hecate has her own altar. Like, that's that. My ancestors, spirit guides, angels, and saints, they all share an altar. Because the angels don't mind it. Well, no, my ancestors have a shelf above the altar. Like, I'll show you. So, this is my ancestor. Like, I keep their stuff on this shelf. And then my saints and angels are on this altar. But Hecate has her own. And then on that's my working altar. Well, this and that are pretty much like I do work on here. And that's where I like put the workings after I light them. I had a lot of work to do for the new moon. I didn't want none of my clients losing out on the new moon energy. I'm still waiting on because they're sending me packages with DNA and stuff. But I didn't want to waste the energy, so I did them all working last night, just with names and birthdays and pictures. But because I don't waste energy. But my point is, I put my workings and my altars for dedication separate. But like my money altar is on top of my working altar. It's just like a little plate. It's a little plate with, I'll show you. I'm so bad at pointing. Okay, see, like this is my money altar. So I got money. This is the first $10 bill I made from my business. And this is my prosperity jar, which like some jars I bury and some I leave on my altar. It just depends on what I feel. Some I leave on my altar and I keep like lighting candles over them and feeding them energy. And then once I feel ready, then I bury it to grow. So, you know, but I've had that jar on my altar for about 6 months. I still haven't buried it yet. I just keep lighting candles because I want to keep feeding it energy. And then when I feel like it is where I want it to be, like my business is where hey, Vagabond Mood, there's my girl. What you call it? What the fuck was I saying? There goes that damn short-term memory. Yeah, so when I feel like it's at the level where I want it, then I'll bury it. That's like, to me, that represents stability. Like, it represents like roots in the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I won't bury something in the ground until it's where I need it to be. Then I'll bury it in the ground. And as far as like relationships go, like for me, like I've bound people. I'm not gonna lie, I've bound lovers to me, but I never buried them for myself because I want to be able to unbind those motherfuckers, and if I need to. And otherwise, they'll just keep coming back. And if I'm not wanting them to come back anymore, then I want to unbind them. But I tell my, I always know where I bury everything. So my clients, you know, usually I send them their jar. So they have the power to bury it, bind it, whatever the fuck they want to do with it. But I always recommend keep it in a place where you can go back to get it in case you have to unbind that bitch, you know? Hey, Tina. You guys. Oh, Vagabond. We were just talking about, like, we were talking about a bunch of different stuff. We were talking about, like, using psychology with love spells, you know, there has to be a perfect mix. like it's a science. You can't just expect the magic to do all the work. You have to put in some of your own work, you know, psychologically. And Vagabond Moon, okay. If anybody needs to know how to keep a man in line or keep a man wanting you, Vagabond Moon, she can give you good advice on that because she knows what the hell she's doing. Some people, it just naturally, like Scorpios, just naturally, they just know what to do. Sagittarius is as well. That's just how we are. But some people it doesn't come naturally to. Like psychological warfare isn't something that comes naturally. So Vagabond says, laugh my ass off. Yes, I keep my mans in check and have them chasing me. Yes, yes. And she said the operative word, chasing her. Men are natural born hunters. Same with, okay. Just think about it. Same with women. How do you feel, right, when a guy's not responding to your text messages or not picking up the phone for you right away? How does that make you feel? You got to put yourself in their shoes and think, well, would you be like totally, you know, whatever? Or would you be like sitting there like thinking, why the fuck aren't they answering the phone? Who the fuck are they talking to? Well, why the fuck didn't they text me back? You know that's how you think, so what makes you think that they're different? Like, just use your head. Use your head. Think about it. Put yourself in their situation. Yes, that power. It's that coochie power. We have the power. I mean, women, as women, we have the power. And so, use it. Rowan says, I know how to make a man keep wanting me, but I keep it hidden because I'm a pure Catholic boy. Boy, you're so funny. That's funny. I know, see, but Rowan got them chasing him all over the fucking place. That's what I'm saying. You got to make them chase. It's like a perfect balance of sweet. It's like that stupid ass commercial with the Sour Patch Kids. You know, like where they fucking go and they pop you in the fucking throat and then they give you like a Band-Aid. That's what, as women, that's what you have to do. You have to be sweet and then you gotta be a little salty. You gotta give them a little bit and you gotta take it away. Give them a little bit more and then take it away again. That's how you gotta do it. It's a perfect balance because you can't be too cold. You can't ignore them too much. It has to be more often than not, but like you can't, and this is only in the courting stage or when you're trying to get back together. Once you're together, but still don't be fucking clingy. Still don't be clingy and still don't act crazy and still don't keep bringing up past relationships or past, because, you know, let's face it, most of people that, you know, want a love spell done, there's some kind of infidelity, there's some other person in the picture, there's some whatever, or that was in the picture. Stop you're giving that whole life by bringing her up constantly. You are giving that whole life by bringing her up constantly, okay? So here's an example. So if your man left you for some other broad, right? And then you get him, you know, I do magic and I bring him back to you, right? Now he's back, but now you're with him and you're looking at him and you're like, well, what did you guys do sexually? And was she good in bed? And how did she look naked? And all this other shit. Meanwhile, I banished this bitch. She'd be completely out of the picture if you would just shut the fuck up and stop mentioning her name because you are giving her energy. You're giving her life. Don't fight the bitch, fight your man. Exactly. And stop bringing her up. Just you bringing her up to him is bringing her life. Because I'm sure he wasn't even thinking about that bitch until you brought up her name. You know, it's really hard to banish someone if you keep giving them life. Just like you know as witches what we say and memories, exactly. What Rowan says, ain't no such thing as home wrecker. How did she get in? Your man opened the door. Oh, I love that one. Right? That is so true. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. Perfect. That's exactly what it is. Your man opened the door. So it's your job to close that bitch, lock it, deadbolt it, put up a motherfucking brick wall in front of it, and don't let it open again. The best way to do that is to just, if you're gonna work out the relationship, okay, so I'm not saying it's okay for a dude to cheat or whatever. I'm not saying that, or anybody to cheat. But I'm saying, like, if you're gonna work out that relationship, you want it to work, and you're paying people to make it help work for you, you know, stop bringing up their name. Stop, just let it be the past. Let it go. Let it go. That's it. That was the greatest analogy I have heard in a long fucking time, Rowan. A long time. Vagabond says, for me, if someone wants to cheat on me, they're lost. On to the next. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Yes, girl. Yes, and it is so true. So true. Now, I wish I was as strong as you were. You know, where I wish I was as strong as you are back in the day when I was your age. I was not. And, you know, I put up with a lot of shit. And it took me years of trial and error to learn. See, but that's that Scorpio. Scorpios, honey, they're just born knowing the game. They're just born with game. But now we Sagittariuses, we're good, but it takes us to learn. It takes us. It's if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, guess what? It's a fuck boy. Rowan, you're too funny. That's a good one. But yeah, I had to learn through trial and error. I had to learn, you know, psychological warfare. But I became very good at it. Aflac, DuckTales, Tailspin, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I was a duck. Me? How old am I, Tina? I'm 34. 34, honey, but I look about 25. No, I'm just kidding. Now with these gray hairs, I don't. These gray hairs give me away. That's the only thing. I need to get me some of that root touch-up spray, because my hair grows so fast. Like, I literally just dyed my hair about 3 weeks ago, and look it up. I'm like white. Like, I can go from looking 30 to looking 50, and just, you know, if I let this hair grow out. Oh, thanks, Chantel. I'm telling you what, facial exercises, exfoliation, vitamins, and beauty spells. BK's the same age as me. Your whole head is salt pepper. I thought I was the only one that fucking graded this. I graded at 19. My hair was... Thanks, girl. I'm telling you, facial exercises, exfoliate, vitamins, and beauty spells. That's how... Well, you look good. I can't... I could only see your profile picture, and it's like this big, but from what I could see, you look very, very young. You started at 22? Yeah, young. I started at 19. But listen, y'all, I gotta start getting ready for work. But Rowan and I are gonna hop on later. Vagabond, you should we should do a threesome chat tonight if you're down. I would love to have you and Rowan chat, or we could do it on your channel or my channel or on Rowan's channel. That would be, I know. Get her to do it, Rowan. Get her to do it. I know she's busy. You should come on and chat on my channel. Vagabond, we could have so much good conversation. She has lab class. Man, well, we'll have to, it's definitely a date, though. We should definitely make a plan to do that. Me, you, and Rowan. Okay, cool. No, but I'm talking about one day, me, you, and Rowan should have a three-way, like, you know, live chat with the three of us. Yes, my girl Vagabond's here. Oh my goodness. Who said blowjobs are facial exercises? That is so funny. I guess Listen, let me just... Ah, that's funny. Maybe your jaw, but that's about it. Oh, Baga, you missed the fucking creep that came up in here talking about going balls deep and shit. Can you believe? So is slapping him in the face. All right. Yeah, can you believe that? He's like, oh, do you have a spell for me to go balls deep in an Arabic chick? And I was like, no, but I have a spell to make some douchebag's dick fall off. And then he had the nerve to ask me for my number. Like, bro, maybe if you would have came at me like a human being, maybe said something like, oh, you know, oh, I think you're very beautiful today, or some fuck shit. Maybe, but no. Oh my gosh, hey Anya, I miss you, girl. Where have you been all my life? Of course you come right as I'm about to sign off because I have to get ready for work. Yes, I have to go. But I'm going to be on later tonight, although I'm sure it's going to be late. It's going to be midnight, but I would love for you to join us. Thank you guys all for joining me once again. Anya, but I'll be back on later. Okay, my love. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Baga, I'm going to email you something. All right, love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Rowan, see you tonight at 12. Huh? Hello, Habibi. You look prettier than a... Where'd you learn Habibi from? Did I teach you that? Oh, hi. What's up, Tony? I gotta talk to you, boy. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.